say beautiful humans, but I mean it. And I want you to see yourself that way today. Beautiful humans. You didn't have to show up. You could be doing 100 other things on this Saturday morning, but something inside you said yes. And that matters. I want you to know. So before we do anything else, I just want to say welcome. You belong here. Exactly as you are, exactly where you are, exactly as you came. Could you allow yourself, here's a big question. I'm going to ask this throughout the morning. Could you allow yourself to be exactly as you are right now? Yeah. Could you let love meet you right here? Because here's the deal, y'all. You are worthy of love. Yeah, I love the yeses. You're worthy of love. That's it. That's the deal. So I want to tell you why I call this the encounter. It's not a service, not a teaching, not even a ministry moment, y'all. Hold on, let me turn my email off so it won't ding. I don't want any dings. Because an encounter is different, right? An encounter is when something actually happens to you, not just around you. It's when you walk into a room one way and you walk out a little different. Now we're in a Zoom room, so we're not walking, but you know what I'm saying. It's not because someone convinced you of something. We've all been in those rooms. It's okay. But because you felt something. Not because you did something to earn it. So think about the encounters that have changed your life. They weren't always the ones where you learned the most. They were the ones where something shifted. Where something in you went, oh, yes, that. We know those moments, right? And that's what this is designed to be. A Saturday morning, yeah, that. Not information about love. You know me, I'm the love coach. I'm the love girl. But an actual experience of unconditional love. So I just want to invite you right now to open up a little bit, okay? You don't have to do anything with that. Just, could you notice if there's a place in you that's been a little bit closed? Just notice it. Maybe a little guarded. And just give it permission to soften right now. That's it. Easy peasy. Just for this short time together. Because something is here and it is for you. This is just a space, right? A space to feel what it's like to be fully loved without having to earn it first. Even saying that just makes me go, yes, right, yay, I'm here for that. This is the space where love is already and fully yours. Yours, that's it, that's the whole thing. So take a breath, let your shoulders drop a little bit. Yeah. Feel the chair or the bed beneath you. You are held already. You don't have to hold anything together in here. I have an attack here. Does anybody ever have an attack here? What's happening right now? You're not alone in this. Can I tell you something that I've noticed? Almost everybody, no matter what their life looks like from the outside, is carrying the same quiet thing. And if you're not right now, you have at some point. And it's that feeling of that you're a little bit behind. That you're not quite where you thought you'd be by now. That if people could see all of you, the real you, not the highlight reel, they might pull back a little. It's the feeling of not being enough. I hear this almost daily from the beautiful humans that I work with. And usually it's at the core of their belief, I'm not enough. Thus, I'm not worthy of love. And usually that started in childhood and has been proven correct through our experience for decades. But here's what I want you to hear. If you feel that way, you're not weird. You're not broken. You're not failing at life. And listen, you may not be feeling that at all, but I promise you, you know somebody who is. I can guarantee that. And so that's why when we have these little love encounters, you're not listening just for you. Listen for the world around you. But right now with us, this is just for you. Listen, you are not failing at life. Nope. You're just maybe someone who hasn't fully become aware of the love that is already inside of you. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. The world is really good at measuring, at comparing. Even the things that are supposed to help, all the self-improvement. I love self-improvement stuff. All the work on yourself stuff. But it can quietly become one more way of saying, oh, you're not there quite yet. You're getting there, yay, right? But there's this subtle feeling of, well, you're not quite there, right? But love doesn't work like that, y'all. Real love doesn't have a not yet. Can I get an amen? Like, real love does not have a not quite yet. Real love doesn't just show up. Real love is already present, and it doesn't require you, hear me. It doesn't require you to be different before you can feel it. And it doesn't ask you to be different before it reveals itself. Because it's not just coming in from some outside source. No, it's already here. I'll get to that in a minute. Here's the thing. Some part of you already knows what love feels like. Not because somebody taught you, not because you read the right book or had the right experience, the right church service, the right worship service. Those are great. And those can, man, you can feel, the love, man, there. But you were made with this recognition of love already inside of you before you ever had an encounter meeting. Before you ever had any kind of encounter whatsoever. It's almost like deja vu. You know that feeling when something happens and you think, I shouldn't know this. I've never heard this before. Nobody taught me this, but something in me recognizes it like it's the oldest thing I know. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when love becomes real to you. It doesn't feel new. It feels like, oh yeah, I know this. Not your mind knowing it, but something deeper than that. Something that was knowing it long before your mind had words for it. And that recognition, that's not coincidence. That's not your imagination. That's the love that was always inside of you, reminding you of what you are. That's awareness, right? It's what I call home base. So anytime you hear me say, come home, I'm saying come home to the realization that love has never been outside of you. I'm just here to help, maybe help you see through the clutter, right? And so I want to get personal. A few of you have heard this story, but many of you hadn't. So bear with me. And I love stories, and I can hear the same story over and over and over again. And I want you to know that a story is a testimony. And what I'm telling you is going to unlock something in you. Because I want to tell you exactly how I met love. Because y'all, I grew up knowing about God. Y'all, I was birthed on the church pew. Not for reals, but basically. I grew up knowing God. Really knowing God. I had the language. I had the theology. I'd spent my whole life worshiping, serving, studying, doing all the good things. Great things, right? I knew Jesus. I know him. I know Holy Spirit. I know the Creator. I grew up. But if you would have asked me if I had a relationship with love, I would have been like, okay. I didn't know it, right? And I want to tell you why, because I think some of you will recognize this. I had heard God is love. We've heard it. God is love. God is love my whole life. And that's real scripture. That's a true statement. But honestly, and I'm not trying to pick a fight here, but it lived alongside a lot of other scriptures and stories where he didn't seem very loving, where he was angry, where he was keeping score, where people were punished, rejected, cast out, blown up. And nobody was allowed to ask about that contradiction out loud. So God is love stayed a beautiful idea, a doctrine, something you said and believed. I wrote songs about it and believed, but I couldn't fully rest in. Does that resonate with anybody else? Like, because somewhere underneath it was this quiet, unasked question, but is his love for me right now, like for reals? As I am, what if I'm not good? What if I'm not good today? It's like we would judge our love according to, was I a good girl? Was I a bad girl? Well, love, not love, right? I just didn't know that there was a relationship with love that was actually unconditional. So in 2007, I found myself going through divorce, which never in a million years would I have thought, me, this woman of God who did all the things right, I did everything in order, right? That could happen. And if you know anything about ministry culture, you know that that word can do a woman, what can do to a woman in that world, especially in ministry. I had been betrayed, lied to, rejected profoundly. I felt disqualified. I felt all of a sudden when I chose to love myself, and it's like God rescued me out of that situation, but I felt older than I was. I felt like something had been taken from me that I could never get back. I was just done. And in that season, I started to see something I hadn't wanted to look at. I'd lived almost my entire life afraid. Not afraid of one particular thing, just fear. Underneath everything, the fear of failing, fear of succeeding, fear of being seen, fear of being left. Can anybody relate to any of these things? Like fear of not pleasing every person in the room. Oh my Lord. Oh, that's exhausting. It was just there, like a hum, that I had stopped hearing because it had always been there. Fear was like, that steady thing. I remember sitting on my bed in my farmhouse in East Tennessee, and I'd said out loud to no one or to everything, to God, I choose to live, but I don't want to live with fear anymore. And I heard something, and I can't tell you it was an audible voice, but it was so close. I heard clearly he said, oh, I didn't create you to preach, lead worship, or even evangelize the whole world. I created you to be the best receiver of my love that you've ever known. And then, who I call the person of love, said to me, if you do nothing but receive my love for the rest of your life, you bust heaven's gates wide open. Now, I want to tell you what I understand about that now. Because at the time, I thought it was probably talking about someday, we'll arrive to heaven, right? The afterlife, whatever comes next. But what I know now, it wasn't about later. That was an invitation to right now let everything else go. I'm going to have a little drink. Let's see what tea my daddy made me today. Oh, nice. Bengal spice, maybe? Very nice. This invitation to let everything else go and go after love. And then knowing that I would experience heaven on earth, not as a metaphor, but as something real, as something tangible, something you could actually feel. I remember saying, if I do that, I'm going to have to completely start over with what I know about you. I remember just thinking, I'm going to need to press delete on Bible school, ministry, religion, everything that had created any belief, hear me, because somebody needs to hear this, that included separation from God and separation from love. I was going to need to be like, press delete. And I did. It's like I was talking earlier, that deja vu thing. Why did I do that? Why in that moment? This wasn't a constant buildup, y'all. Why in that moment did I choose to say, okay, I'm going to press delete on anything that feels like unlove. But I did it. I did it. And my life was never the same. I pressed that delete button, and that was the day I stopped knowing about love and started experiencing love, encountering love. That's the encounter. I began to experience the person of love, the creator of the universe, became tangible to me. And listen, were there moments throughout the years? I mean, that was, I guess, 2007. Were there moments throughout the years that I had to remind myself of his unconditional love? Of course. Did I hit a roadblock here or there where I would feel like somehow I had disqualified myself? Oh yeah, for sure. Not anymore. Not anymore. Oh, I'm in, y'all. I'm so in with this thing. We're one. Like, oh my gosh. But that experience, that's exactly what I want to make space for today. That experience that happened to me changed everything. That's what the encounter is about. For you. And what love actually does is so far beyond anything we can comprehend. And so here's something I want you to know about love today. Real love, the kind that we're talking about, doesn't just feel good. It actually does something. It disarms you in a way. It disarms the things in you that nothing else can reach. It softens the places that have felt hard for a really long time. It quiets the noise. Not because someone talked you into it. Not because you figured something out. I don't need you to get, oh, I got this great revelation about love. No, all the revelation comes with the encounter. Y'all didn't even know. It's a buy one, get one free. You get the encounter, which you're already in right now. I'm just helping you recognize what's already inside of you. With that recognition comes the revelation. Because you felt something that was more true than the story you've been living inside of. I know you've done that. And even right now, could we just say, yeah, I'm worthy. And this story that I'm living inside of isn't my favorite, but I'm worthy of love exactly as I am today. That's the difference between information and transformation. You don't change because you understand something new. You change because you experience something you can't unfeel. You're worthy. You're worthy. So think about a moment in your life when someone made you feel completely accepted. Not because you performed well, not because you had the perfect body, not because you were the perfect age, not because you had it all together, but just accepted, seen, loved without an asterisk. Without a love if ... Do you remember what happened in your body? I can remember after I had walked through my divorce, and I was still learning to navigate what love looked like, and loving myself did not become natural to me immediately because I still had so many odds against myself. But I remember this man who I had gone to Bible school with. He actually recently traversed into another realm, and I remember him walking up to me and just saying, "You delight me. I am so excited to be seeing you right this minute." And in that moment, I remember I just collapsed into tears. I remember that encounter going, did I just get seen for the first time in my life? Did I just have a mirror of God's love put in front of me? And listen, something happened in my body. Something relaxed. Something that had been braced maybe for a long time let go. So even right now, just notice your body right now. Just notice if there's even 1%, as you're hearing me, of relaxing, of not bracing is hard. Maybe you've been bracing for a really long time. Maybe just something is letting go just a little bit. Y'all, that's not just emotion. This isn't, as you can tell, this isn't a big hype you up situation. This is what happens when you actually become aware of the love that's already there. I did not come here today to give you something you don't already possess. I came here to unlock you to be able to see what's inside of you perfectly. The part of you that responds to love doesn't need a theology degree. It just responds. And hear me. Hear me, hear me, hear me. So I want to say something directly to you. Not as a teaching, just to you. There's a lot of us that have been living in, there's been a story that a lot of us have been living inside of for a really long time. And it goes something like this. Something is wrong with me. I have too much to work through. Love is for people who have their stuff more together than I do. Maybe someday, once I'm healed enough or changed enough, then it's like the whole, I can't have somebody come over and clean my house until I clean my house. Has anybody else thought that? But I want to offer you a different story. You're not a project. You are not a problem that needs solving. You're not broken. The shame that maybe you've carried isn't proof of your failure. It's just proof that you've gone too long without being aware of the love that's already inside of you. That's it. And that tired feeling, the one from holding everything together, from keeping the right face on, managing how people see you, that part doesn't need to be fixed. It just needs to rest. It needs to be held. Like we did in the beginning of our time together. I don't even think we did this. We're going to do this right now. Could you just feel the ground beneath you? If you have your feet on the floor, if you don't, just feel the chair or the bed that's holding you, wherever you are. Could you just feel it? Just notice it. Notice it. Notice the chair. Notice my feet are on the ground. Notice it. Feel the chair or the bed holding you. You are supported right now, and you are held. You are here. That is enough. And I'm not talking about body stuff today. We will, because it goes along with the body, with love. But even that moment of just pausing and feeling the chair or the bed holding you up right now, feeling your feet on the ground, knowing that, okay, I'm supported, that little recognition does so much for your nervous system. Your nervous system that has two jobs, to keep you alive and to keep you safe. It's always scanning, right? In that moment of going, wait, you can pause because I'm held. I'm supported right now, even by this bed, even by this chair. And I'm taking it further. You're here. That's enough. You are enough. So let me ask you something. What if nothing in you had to defend itself right now? What would it feel like just for right now if you weren't behind? Nothing about you was under review. You were just here, and that was enough. Could you allow yourself to be exactly as you are right now? Some of you probably felt a shift right there. Even just at the idea of, wait a minute, if nothing had to be under review, if I'm not under review, but it's Saturday, April 25th, 10:30 a.m. Central Time, 11:30 Eastern Time, right now at this moment, could we just know that right now the only thing in the world that exists is me and you? You get me in this moment of time. And you're enough. I'm telling you. Thank you for showing up. But could you just even thank your body right now for showing up? Feel that shift. The shift is real. It's not wishful thinking. We're training even our nervous system in these little moments to go, okay, even if that noise back there is saying, I'm not enough, I'm just taking a moment to say, I'm supported and I'm enough. That's the deepest part of you, remembering what you were made for. You were made for love. Unconditional love doesn't come with a list, a to-do list. It doesn't show up after the fact that you did something great. It doesn't wait for you to qualify. Unconditional love is already the truest thing about you. I promise. It's here right now, and it's always been here. So this is the big deal right here. I want to give you something that you can actually carry out of here today. You can. We've wrapped up the week. It might have been a hard week. It might have been an easy week. It might have been awesome, filled with incredible memories. It might have been awful, filled with some not so great memories. But right now in this moment, could you just let all that go? Because one of the things I see people do, and I've done it myself, is leave themselves when things get hard. Not physically, but inwardly. You know that feeling of like when something hurts, when fear comes up, when shame starts telling stories that then trigger you to start creating new stories that haven't even happened yet. Y'all feel me? When life gets heavy, something in us has gone quiet and kind of disappears. That is when we abandon ourselves right when we need love the most. And I just am naming it because a lot of us were never taught to stay right here. So here's the practice. It's simple. When things get hard, stay with yourself. Not fixing it, not running from it, not pretending it's fine, just staying. Being as kind to yourself in that moment as you'd want someone else to be. Right? Because love at its most practical is presence. It's showing up. It's not leaving. That's why we're having this love encounter for a few more minutes. We're going to wrap it up pretty soon here. But I just wanted you to recognize what's already inside of you. I'm pulling on it. I'm like this magnet that's pulling on the love, the unconditional love that is shocking when you really think about how is your unconditional towards you. This presence of God, this presence of love, it's showing up and not leaving. And you can do that for yourself. I very often will just whittle down when it feels chaotic. I go, this moment right here, this moment, I am safe in this moment. I'm held in this moment. I am unconditionally loved in this moment. And when I will do that, I'm signaling to my body, you can stop scanning. You can get out of fight or flight. You can let go. And what happens is, because when we're constantly scanning for a problem, it's very constricting. We feel very tight. What we're doing now is we're creating space. This encounter that I've invited you in that you said yes for is creating a space inside of you to receive healing. What do you need today? To receive healing, to receive provision. And listen, when I say receive, I'm not talking about healing from somewhere out there, provision from somewhere out there, love from somewhere out there. No, I receive from within because the creator of the universe chose you, me, as his habitation. And not only that, I'm not just a house, we're one. So staying with me and not collapsing looks like being kind in this moment. Because love is presence. That is showing up and not leaving. The world outside is a lot right now. There's noise, there is fear, there's grief that doesn't always have a place to go. But here's what I know to be true, y'all. Love is not fragile. It is the most stable thing there is. It's a big deal. You can do this right here, starting today. Choose to say exactly as I am, I'm here. And love is not what I say or do, it's who I am. So to receive love right now for you, it's a choice. It is. It's been here all along. And many of us spent years choosing not to recognize it, right? I sure did. It's like when the judgment voice comes in and the condemnation voice comes in. It's kind of like we've been trained to recognize those voices way faster than the love voices. Maybe that was just me, but I don't think so. I think they became so familiar because it sounded like my own voice that it felt like I could relate to the shame or the condemnation, or even when I just was, man, I felt like I was rocking it with God, but then I just got tired or I got sick or something happened, and all of a sudden it's like, well, maybe this love thing does have a few conditions. I didn't say that, but inside I was not fully congruent with the love that's been there from the moment I showed up on this planet. But even before then, because I was one with God before I ever came here. Again, love is your stability. These Saturday mornings are for you to just remember yourself to love. So I want to close with something really simple. I told you this is just gonna be a beautiful encounter. So you're gonna want to jump in here. I'm gonna open. I think I opened the waiting room even 10 minutes early, and we're gonna start right at 10 o'clock because I want you to come back next week. I want you to know you can still go to brunch after this. You can still do your thing. You can be listening to this in bed and just let it just go all over you. I want to close with something really simple. No response needed. I'm not about to have an altar call or anything like that. There's nothing to do. Just receive this. Whatever you came in carrying today, whatever weight, whatever question, whatever tired feeling, it has been seen today. I want you to know. Yeah. And I want you to know that the love we've been talking about this morning isn't somewhere far away. It's not something you have to earn your way into. It's not waiting for you to get better first. It isn't something you find. It's something you remember. I am remembering you to who you've always been. Come home. You're going to hear me say that a lot. Come home to the love that is you. Love was never and has never been not yours. Because love is who you are. Adrienne, love is who you are. Aisha, Shane, Chrissy, oh my gosh, Christine, Isabel, Jim, Joanne, Julie, Justin, Katrina, Lorraine, Mary, Michelle, Becky, Susan, Vicky. I don't think I missed anybody. Me, 815. Love is not something you had to earn. Love is who you are. It is already in the fabric of your life right now in this moment. You are loved. Not as a nice idea, as a real thing you can feel. Maybe right now, maybe later today, not maybe in some ordinary moment this week when you least expect it. Something will go quiet inside of you. Something that's been braced will let go. Could you just even right now, just check. Feel even if there's 1 or 2% difference. Do you feel your shoulders are a little bit released? Do you feel less bracing? Even as you go into this weekend, what if we let go of the urgency to accomplish? Doesn't mean you're not going to do things, but the urgency to be better, to be awesome, could you just come exactly as you are right now? Let this encounter meet you. Again, it's not a meeting. It is the experience of love. Love is not what you say or do. It is who you are. What you say and do will be a natural outflow. It'll be your knee-jerk reaction when you realize that love is and always has been who you are. So, come back next Saturday. Bring someone if you want. This Zoom link is the forever link. So just what I do, practically, I have a calendar set for the, I just had a beautiful meeting right before this, and in my calendar alert, I have it for every week, and I put the Zoom link right there in the calendar link. So I can just like, bam, I can just open it up, ready to go. So come back next Saturday. Give somebody the stopthebodywar.com encounter link. You can give them this Zoom link, but if you give them the stopthebodywar.com/encounter, I'm going to put that in the chat. Y'all know it because you're here. But if you'll give that, then they'll get the reminder, which is really great. And also, I'm going to maybe once every couple of weeks, I'm just going to do a mini. I'm going to send you guys some notes that you can just hold on to. Y'all know I like to do that if you've been around me. So thank you for being here. It genuinely matters that you showed up. It really does. And I love when I get to connect with beautiful humans. I love connecting with love. Because as much as we are one with God, we are one with one another. Y'all have the best weekend ever. We've done it. We've launched the encounter. This is it. Every week, we're going to go into aspects of love. But again, it's way less about teaching and way more about you encountering love, not from outside of you, right? But from inside of you. Your love. Hey, love you guys. Have the best weekend ever. And I'll see you right here next week, next Saturday, 10 a.m. We'll start right on time. What we did today. So thanks for being here, y'all.